Hello, everyone. This is Nicole Doss, and I am the CEO and founder of the Prestige Society, as well as the creator of Pink Radio with Prestige. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is the first time that you've been listening in, let me just tell you a little bit about Pink Radio. We are a radio station, a radio show that's all about divapreneurs. That's right. That's women entrepreneurs who believe in building powerful networks while slaying. And for those of you who are unaware of what the term slay means, that means that you are a force to be reckoned with in your industry. Today's topic is all about getting your life. That's right, divas. You know, women entrepreneurs, what can I say? For those of you that are mothers, that are sisters, that are caretakers, that are also full-time employees, as well as being your own employer, you are juggling so many hats, and there is a necessity in getting your life. That's right, getting your life, getting your brand, getting your business together. And you do that by being organized. And let me tell you, I am 110% transparent on this show. And the reason is that I cannot help anyone if I'm sitting here blowing smoke up your behind, and I don't do well with smoke and mirrors. So with that, we're going to talk a little bit about my journey of getting myself organized, what that means for me at this point in my business, and what that ultimately may mean for you. So when it comes to organization right now, the topic for today is all around my starting five. That's right. I desperately need a starting five. And what's so funny is that not too long ago, I believe Lucinda Cross posted either a Facebook Live or an Insta chat where she talked about the necessity of having a starting five. And she talked about those top, two individuals being an accountant and being an attorney, and making sure that you have attorneys who always look over contracts, making sure that from an accounting perspective that your money is always right. And, honestly, it got me to thinking about my starting five. And for me, I think it extends more than just resources that I will use externally, but also how I build my team. So there's a number of things that have happened to me recently that made me think about this for my brand. But the more I began to look at individuals all around, that especially members of the Prestige Society, I realized that a lot of these women are solopreneurs, women who work their businesses on their own. They may collaborate with others when it comes to certain projects, but definitely they do not have employees that really create or that really make up a team, if you will. So for me, one thing that hit me, so one thing was Lucinda's Insta chat or Facebook Live post that she had put up. But also the second thing was I recently had a Pink Chapter meetup where we invited and people who were just interested in the Prestige Society to come out and to just see what we were all about. And I ran into an old friend who I had gone to Rutgers with, and she shared with me just sound advice. And she said to me that Bishop T.D. Jakes states that if your hand is tied to everything, you cannot be blessed. And that was honestly earth-shattering for me. And the reason being is that you're right. There's no way that you can do everything well. I mean, I learned that in corporate America. I had a boss who said to me, as a department, we were focusing on how to be this stellar department because we were new at the time. She said, listen, we cannot do everything well. We need to pick one thing that we're going to focus on, that we're going to be great at, and then that's going to help build our excellence. So for me, building my business, I know that there are pieces of my business that are necessities, that have to happen, that have to, continue to operate in order for the business to be successful. But the reality is that I cannot own all of it. So marrying together the wise words of Lucinda Cross and then the awesome advice of my dear friend Jennifer, I really began to think about how I utilize the people that are around me. And let me tell you why that's important, ladies. You have vision, right? But when you do not write that vision down, when you are not organized in a way where you are really capturing what it is that needs to get done, then you do anything that's at the forefront of your mind at that moment and possibly forgetting major key things that need to be considered to make your business successful. So what you need to do too is that identify that when you have that all in your head and when you aren't able to then be able to depict a clear vision of what success looks like, then it is going to be impossible for you to enlist the help of others. Let me repeat that. If you are unable to really share, to speak it into words clearly, what vision of success looks like for your brand, then you are not going to be able to enlist the help of others. So you're probably thinking, why? It's simple. It's because if you can't figure out what you need to do, you can try to tell people what to do, but you're never going to be satisfied with the outcome. It's always going to fall short of your expectation. And then when you're asked to verbalize, to tell them specifically what that is, you're going to find yourself stuttering. You have already experienced this like 10,000 times. I want you to think back to that job that you hated, that boss that you could not stand, and I want you to look back on the times where you asked that boss if they could be specific in their ask, specific in what it is that they want from you. And I want you to recall the time where that specific boss choked and could not put into clear words what it was he or she expected of you. How frustrated were you as an employee? How successful did you feel you were going to be? And understanding that your success is then ultimately the department's success, how successful do you think that manager felt in knowing that you could not meet expectations based off of the fact that he or she was unable to really paint a clear vision for you? That's just frustration all around. Now take that and translate that into your business. I want you to imagine that if you are going to ultimately enlist the help of others, and I don't even care if we're talking about people who don't work for you but work with you, if you cannot paint a clear vision of what it is that success looks like for you, whether it's for a project or your overall business, you can't even ask anyone for help because it's going to sound like just a whole bunch of mess, and they're going to see you as being unclear, unsure, lacking direction, and honestly, from that point, they will not take you seriously. So I want you guys to get organized, and I want you, before you even tap anybody on the shoulder, I want you to write out really what does success look like for you. That means for your overall business. It means if it's for a particular project, maybe you're throwing an event and you need people to help you with the event. Well, then what does this event look like in your mind? Be very specific in your want and be very specific in your ask. So when you finally get that clear vision, practice talking about it to yourself. This may sound ridiculous, but let me tell you what that's going to do. It's going to get you comfortable with the verbiage. It's going to get you comfortable talking about that specific want. And it's going to allow you to do a few things. It's going to allow you to stumble a couple of times. It's going to allow you to trip over your words. It's going to allow you to stop and pause and think about what should be the right word that comes out of your mouth next. It's going to allow all of these things to happen in a safe space, because that person looking back at you is just a reflection in the mirror. So that person's not going to judge you. And if you judge yourself, stop it. So you're going to practice sharing what that vision is with yourself right in the mirror. And you're going to practice until you're able to confidently say what it is that you want. What is it that you want? I'm going to tell you what I want. Because like I said, it's not about me sitting up on high and looking down low, right? This is about me in the trenches with you all. This is about me having a want for my business and being transparent with my journey. So I want to run $1 million company. Point blank. And so for me at this point in time, I realized that I cannot run $1 million company by myself. There is no Fortune 500 company out there today that consists of one person. Not one. There's a CEO, a CFO, a COO. There's a board of directors. There's all these different departments. And within those departments, there are all these managers. Maybe there's even VPs. Maybe they're even presidents. And within all of that senior leadership, there's also what? There's also supervisors and individual contributors who all work towards a common goal. And that could be whatever that year's organizational goals are. It could be towards the mission and value of the organization. Whatever it is, everyone should be working towards one common goal within the organization. But out of all those people, the success of the organization does not rely or lay or rest on one person's shoulders. So if I'm going to run $1 million company, I need to get smart. I need a legal department, so that means I need an attorney. I also need to have a public relations and marketing department. I need to be able to have, a sales department that allows me to identify opportunities for new business development. There's all these different things that I need, but when I tap on those resources, I need to know what is it that I need specifically from those resources. What is it that I am trying to accomplish now, in 3 years, or even 5 years? And if I can't explain it now, all I can do at this point is say, I know I need this, and when the time is right and when the picture becomes clearer to me, I'm going to tap those resources. But for right now, I know specifically what I need for these people over here, so I'm going to start working over here. Because remember, Rome was not built overnight. And so if you use an agile approach and you, in phases, implement what your team looks like, if you, in different phases, implement what your starting 5 looks like, then you're good. So think about it for your business. What is it that you need at this moment? What is it that you first really need to make clear when it comes to the overall mission, the overall vision, and what you're trying to execute right now? And if you realize you cannot do it on your own, then figure out what is it that you are going to do as far as starting to have conversations with individuals that you think can help you. So I just hired an accountant because my financials, come on, that's like the foundation of me operating as $1 million organization. I just need to get out of my hands, out of my finances, and I need to be able to enlist the help of subject matter experts, which would be an accountant. So at this point, it's really important for you to figure out, who do you need to enlist? Think about it. What does your business absolutely need? At the core of your business, what do you stand for? And for what you want for your business, are you achieving that today? For me, once again, I'm transparent. I want to ensure that every member of the Prestige Society feels as if they have white glove service, to feel as if they are part of an exclusive group of women entrepreneurs where they see the value in their membership. I hope that I hit that mark. But I know that there's ways for me to optimize their experience. And those are things that I work towards every day. And that is why I need a team, because I realize that it's going to take more than just myself to help build that experience for those members. So I turn the tables to you, my dear, fabulous divapreneurs, and I ask you to really think about how you can get your life, get your brand, get your business, and be able to take it by the reins and really enlist your starting 5. Get the resources, get the talent, get the skill sets that you need to take your business to the next level. Remember, the law of attraction says all you have to do is want and think, dwell on the end result. The how piece of it is taken care of by the universe. So if you know ultimately that all you have to do is focus on the end game, get your end game. And from that, you will see your results come into fruition. So with that, this is Nicole Doss, the Prestige Socialite, signing off and hoping that you have a wonderful evening. And I hope that you had a productive, fabulous, and blessed day. All right, guys. Bye.